Hey. No pressure, no tension. The pieces that the people are doing there, I want to tear my piece into pieces. Pachomaba, Michamunina. Your friend Commander L. Junior Michame. And today I've come to utter a few words to the glory of Tete Odumankuma. Nothing complex. As usual, permit my vocal cords to release a few twisted chords. Not all of us sing in keys, some of us sing in padlocks, so please listen. I'm kidding, today I'm not here to sing. They say that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. But what happens when your fragile heart has been shattered into 1,000 tiny little pieces? You have no option but to gather the fragments from different places and to speak. In other words, I've come to speak something little. I am a tall man who has come to deliver a short poem, so please listen. I came to give some little attributes to contribute to the glory of Tete Odumankuma. I realized there are enough air conditions here, so I brought God some small fans. Listen, he's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the God of gods and the Master of masters. He's the teacher of teachers, the director of the rulers, the A+ engineer and the complex architect. He's the uncreated creator, the God who is able to regulate the efficacy of the sun so as to make it dimmer or brighter. He's the God who inhales the cool breeze of the heavens and exhales air hotter than the heat from the ever-burning fire. He's the God that is able to make the simple so impossible, and yet he's able to simply make the impossible simple. He's the God that is able to teach the eagle to spot a prey a mile away. He's the God that is able to set equations of order that set the human mind out of order. He's the God that is able to cause the very foundations of the universe to tremble, and yet he's able to cause them to assemble. Listen, he's the God that is able to combine 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen over and over again until it forms a mass called the sea, and even the mountains begin to clap. But listen, today I want to say something about Tete Odumankuma. I want to say something that when they see, they will marvel. I said I want to say something about Tete Odumankuma that when they see, they will marvel. Because a few weeks ago, I went to visit an uncle of mine. His name was Uncle Rolex. He's very dusted. He's a car CEO, and he told me a few things about being a watchman. I said I went to visit Uncle Rolex. He's a car CEO, and he taught me a few things about being a watchman. So listen. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Our God does not change his mind. He's not a God of deception. Low key, our God is not a God of deception. He's the God who tore through thunder. I said he's the God who tore through thunder. Listen, he created everything we see. But as the King of Kings, he can't come down to administrate himself. So he created a representative. He called him man. And he said, man, listen. For everything I have created, you are in charge. When I see the mountains, who is in charge? Man. The skies, who is in charge? Man. The trees? Man. The bat? Even the spiders? Spider? Everything from the least things he created to the greatest, from the small and the super man. Let me show you a mystery. Tete Odumankuma created fireflies to light up the forests. Men of old used to catch them and put them in lanterns. Assuming the light of fireflies were green, we would have had green lanterns. Tete Odumankuma is the master creator. When I think of the anatomy of man, so our God is strange. I'm not a doctor, but I know our God is strange. He created every animal to be unique in its own way. When we look at the eagle, its pinions. When we look at the lion, its roar. And when we look at the hawk, its eye. He created the running stallion, the flying eagle, and the incredible hawk. And that is why today we celebrate him. But I've brought you a few tales from by the fireside in Africa, so please listen. Listen, for I'll be done soon. As I said, I am a tall man who has come to deliver a short poem. Early to rise, early to bed. Or as they say it, early to bed, early to rise. A beautiful orchestra of mother hen and the auntie birds chirping as the early morning sun rises to a grateful universe. Watching as her most beautiful waves dance to the thundering African rhythm, she's cheered on by the wind. The gentle shores insist she comes. Awake, O sleeper. Awake, for the evening has retired to bed and the morning has awakened to its duty, so awake. Awake because God, Tite Odumankuma, is counting on you. So arise and begin accounting to him every blessing that he has counted to you. Awake, like the early morning sun, rise because the heavens watch. Rise because you carry mankind's touch. For in a world where men war against the words of Tite Odumankuma, blessed are you who make peace. In a world where men war against everything in Tite Odumankuma's mouth, be his mouthpiece. For who better to speak the tongue of the ancient one than he who the ancient calls his one? Who better to declare the intentions of the Father than he who catches the Father's attention? He placed you on the walls of Jerusalem, just in this case on the walls of Africa, because he considered you a solution to the problem. Listen, you must wake up every day making prayer your anthem. You must wake up every day interceding for governments, nations, problems, and mandems. Listen, like men of old, God is counting on you. Heaven is backing you. Heaven is pushing you. You have been called into partnership with God, so you cannot afford to get bored. The consequence of you not walking in your calling is something we all cannot afford. So, Watchman, please rise. Rise, and like men of old who played beautiful tunes from the from of the ages, allow your tongue to be a drum so Tite Odumankuma can drum a few words into the eardrums of this dramatic generation. Listen, we were told that Africa was a bush. We were told that Africans were bush. Let me not beat about the bush. Let me go straight to the pointed bush. Africa was not just the bush, it was the Garden of Eden. Africa was the Garden of Edens, and we were born gardeners. Till the ground and keep it. Working tools were the only weapons we knew to yield, but unfortunately the earth became a battlefield. The earth became a battlefield. It was better for us to be warriors in a garden than gardeners in a war, and so we lost. Today Mother Africa cries because the heads of her once valiant warriors have been filled with lies. For the God of this world has blinded their eyes from seeing the glorious light of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But it is time for us to rise. We must rise and pray and pay the price so the African warriors can once again arise. We must rise and pay and pray the price so you yourself can arise. For the whole world is counting on you. So Watchman, arise. Thank you.
People, seriously.